Researching radio. Radio broadcasters have long wanted to update the method of collecting data about their listeners.
Radio broadcasters have long wanted to update the method of collecting data about their listeners.
The goal is to have more accurate information about who is listening to broadcasts and when.
The goal is to have more accurate information about who is listening to broadcasts and when.
But the industry may have got more than it bargained for with a recent innovation that is challenging long-held beliefs about listener habits.
But the industry may have got more than it bargained for with a recent innovation that is challenging long-held beliefs about listener habits.
Since the 1960s, broadcasters have analyzed listener statistics using the so-called paper diary method, where members of randomly selected households are asked to write down the stations they listen to each week.
Since the 1960s, broadcasters have analyzed listener statistics using the so-called paper diary method, where members of randomly selected households are asked to write down the stations they listen to each week.
Critics argue that this system is overly dependent on people's memories and so creates an excessive margin for error.
Critics argue the system is overly dependent on people's memories and so creates an excessive margin for error.
They also say that it is too slow, as results are only published quarterly. The new rating system, which was tested in the United Kingdom and the United States, relies on the Portable People Meter, PPM, and allows ratings firms to collect data more efficiently.
They also say that it is too slow as results are only published quarterly. The new rating system, which was tested in the United Kingdom and the United States, relies on the Portable People Meter (PPM) and allows rating firms to collect data more efficiently.
The device, worn on the participant's belt, detects inaudible signals in broadcasts that identify radio stations.
The device worn on the participant's belt detects inaudible signals in broadcasts that identify radio stations.
At the end of each day, the PPM is connected to a computer and transmits data to the ratings company for processing.
At the end of each day, the PPM is connected to a computer and transmits data at the rating company for processing.
Ratings can be produced monthly, which should be excellent news for broadcasters and the advertising industry.
Ratings can be produced monthly, which should be excellent news for broadcasters and the advertising industry.
However, the new data has caught everyone off guard. Surprisingly, it was found that most listeners are working people.
However, the new data has caught everyone off guard. Surprisingly, it was found that most listeners are working people.
What is more, these people listen more on weekends than previously believed, and less than was expected during the morning drive time.
Well, it's more these people listen more on weekends than previously believed, and less than was expected during the morning drive time.
Another finding was that more people listened to the radio than previously reported.
Another finding was that more people listen to the radio than previously reported.
While this sounds like good news, it also appears that people frequently switch channels and that total listening time per person is lower than was assumed.
While this sounds like good news, it also appears that people frequently switch channels, and that total listening time per person is lower than was assumed.
This is problematic for broadcasters who must justify advertising fees that no longer match their audience figures.
This is problematic for broadcasters who must justify advertising fees that no longer match their audience figures.